He'll fight for freedom whenever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. Hello, and no, not the... Welcome back to the Recovering Collector, not a Lego brick in the wall. Hold on real quick. I just realized that. Woo! Oh boy. Thought I had everything changed back around for the show. Welcome back to the Recovering Collector. My name is Michael Jason Francis. This is New Toy Robot. It's been some time. Well, yeah, it's been some time. The last time I did a Recovering Collector, it was the R2-D2, Deluxe R2-D2 from Sideshow Collectibles, which the video you can watch, although it's not live, but you can watch that video over on our YouTube channel. So look up New Toy Robot on YouTube and subscribe. Subscribe, you get alerts to when there's new videos, all that fun stuff. So if you miss something here live on Twitch, you can go over there. But yeah, that was the last time we did the Recovering Collector, and then we got caught in the terrible loop that is, I want to say it's a cursed object, a cursed Lego set, the R2-D2 Lego set. It's right back there. You can see him hanging out back there. Is this a repeat? No, it's not a repeat, and I'll tell you why in a little bit. Hatter, welcome. Okay, now, the reason the R2-D2 set was so cursed was because it was the most difficult set I've ever done for some reason. The videos, so normally after the video is done on Twitch, I'll upload it. I've had nothing but problems. 2 of the episodes are completely missing. So if you're wondering why there's only the first episode of the R2-D2, build. It's because of the Hatter. I swear to God, what is the minimum age on it? Honestly, I think it was like 18 plus. I think it was 18 plus. Yeah. So if you're wondering why there's only 1 episode so far of the that build. It was from our May the 4th Be With You show, is because, I've had nothing but problems with the videos, and 2 of them are currently missing. So I'm still trying to put these all together. I apologize. I might maybe just edit them together and make one nice little whole video of it. But yeah, I'm going to say, cursed object right there. Lego set R2-D2. Anyway, yes, Hatter was asking if this is a repeat of the show, and the reason he's asking that is because a while back we did the Recovering Collector, and I showed these. This is from the 25th anniversary of G.I. Joe. This was Cobra Commander. This is Snake Eyes, and then we also had Zartan. Now, I did a Recovering episode of those, a Recovering Collector episode of those a while back, but the reason why we're doing one today is because of this. This was released by Hasbro. This is part of their retro collection of Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. Now, what's so cool about this is actually the original design for these figures. So back in 82, I'm going to say 1982. Let me double check on that. Hold on. I have a whole bunch of G.I. Joe fun stuff that I took from Hasbro that I'm actually going to talk about. So, we'll get back to that. Let me say, I think around 82 or 84. So this is the original ones with the, I think I'm saying it right, the O-ring. And everyone's, if you're not, if you weren't a child of the 80s, you won't know what an O-ring is. But basically, inside these figures, the waist, the top, the torso, and the legs were connected by a rubber band, which was called like an O-ring, and that's what connected both of them, and it gave them like a slashing action and all that stuff like that. So the O-ring, which honestly broke after I feel like it didn't last very long, right? The O-ring on those things. So anyways, I will get more into that when I open it, so you can take a look at it. But I do have some new information. This I got directly from Hasbro. So this is kind of like a timeline of G.I. Joe. So there'll be more in this one, about this than before from the last episode. I had the lyrics on my phone for G.I. Joe. I'm not going to sing it. I can't play it because of copyright. Yeah, only so many twists. Exactly, Hatter. Because of copyright, I can't play it. But this was spoken in the theme song for the cartoon, was G.I. Joe is codename for America's daring, highly trained special mission force. Its purpose, to defend human freedom against Cobra, a ruthless terrorist organization determined to rule the world. He never gives up. So he'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe will dare. So that was the theme, part of the theme song for it. So basically what happened is, let's get into the history of G.I. Joe. In the 1960s, a gentleman by the name, this was around 1963, a gentleman by the name of Stanley Weston pitches the idea of a line of military-themed dolls to Hasbro executive Donald Levine. Hasbro purchases the concept from Weston and begins development of G.I. Joe. So G.I. Joe's been around since the 1960s. But the thing is these were like dolls. So think about like Barbie and Ken, but they were military dolls, 12 inches, I believe. And so basically the first one was America's movable fighting man, the 12-inch posable figure. He came, and after that, it kept moving on. The British here we go. This is interesting. In 1966, okay, so 64, G.I. Joe comes out. In 1966, you'll remember this name. British company Palitoy, I think it's Palitoy, licenses G.I. Joe from Hasbro and rebrands it as Action Man. Okay, so that's the British version. The reason you might know the name Palitoy is because Palitoy is the ones that actually did the British Star Wars figures. Not that they were British, but they had the licensing to make their Star Wars figures. So if you can find, and I'm sure they're out there, I think they're a little more than what your other vintage Star Wars figures will be. But Palitoy is that brand. You'll see it. It's really big on the packaging. I wish I had a picture of it, but I don't. Maybe I will post it on New Toy Robot's Instagram and Twitter. If you're not following New Toy Robot, go follow them on at New Toy Robot on Instagram and Twitter. You get updates on shows, pictures, all the fun stuff. So go do that now. So in 1967, G.I. Joe Nurse Action Girl becomes the first female action figure in the G.I. Joe line. This is 1967. Oh, and then Talking G.I. Joes hit the shelves, okay? 1969, Hasbro launches The Adventures of G.I. Joe line, and G.I. Joe becomes America's movable adventure man. So this is just the 60s, man. In the 70s, G.I. Joe shifts... Oh, here we go. In the 70s, basically G.I. Joe shifts focus to special missions, taking G.I. Joe off the battlefield and into the mummy's tomb on a secret mission to Spy Island, to the danger of the depths, and a flying space adventure. So basically they were moving on from just the war stuff to be something a little more... I don't know. I guess they needed to expand the brand, so here we go. Using a flocking technique. If you want to know what flocking is, you ever get a Christmas tree that has snow on it? That's flocking. That's what they do. So they use the flocking technique, basically, to give them lifelike hair, beards, or a combination of both. There's a picture here. I have a terrible printout here. There's a picture here of a guy with like a full-on head of hair and beard, and it looks really weird. Well, not the first... Oh, here we go. While not the first African-American G.I. Joe, 1970 sees the release of completely redesigned versions that feature a completely new head sculpt. So, there you go. The 1970s were interesting. Yeah, flocking. Hi, Dahlia Love. 1974, here we go. G.I. Joe action figures get the iconic Kung Fu grip. If you were a kid in the 80s and you played with toy, Moss Man. Yes, flocking right there. Moss Man from the He-Man line. Good one, Hatter. Kung Fu grip, allowing them to grab and hold weapons and accessories like never before. Kung Fu grip. 1975, Hasbro introduced Mike Power Atomic Man to the G.I. Joe universe. Okay. The figure is outfitted with transparent plastic limbs to appear bionic, featuring an atomic flashing eye. Okay. He is the first non-Joe figure in the adventure team. Okay, so there you go. They start leaving G.I. Joe behind. Here, now, this is where I come in. My childhood comes in. The 1980s, a real American hero. So that's when this really starts happening in the 1980s. 1982, Hasbro relaunches G.I. Joe as an elite special ops unit and shrinks the figure down to an action-packed 3.75. If you know that number 3.75, it's because you collected Star Wars figures. Star Wars figures, they had some 12-inch dolls, but the figures themselves, the popular line of figures, were 3.75. The first release included figures, vehicles, playsets, and is a massive success. My first figure, I bought it from Mervyn's, or my parents bought it for me from Mervyn's. It was from Mervyn's. It was a guy who had no flocking. He had a blonde beard and blonde hair, and he came with a bazooka. I think his name was Bazooka. I don't remember. All I do remember is that his damn thumbs broke off trying to put the bazooka in. If you played with G.I. Joe figures, you felt that pain of the thumb breaking. Besides that O-ring breaking, the thumbs breaking. That was a huge thing. G.I. Joe, here we go. G.I. Joe gets a villain. So there wasn't a villain before, right? Led by Cobra Commander, this guy right here. This guy right here, is a ruthless criminal organization determined to rule the world. So they were a criminal organization, not terrorists, I guess. But they're terrorists. The Adventures of G.I. Joe, a real American hero, finds their way to the pages of Marvel Comics, just like Transformers did, under the direction of master storyteller Larry Hama. Okay? 1983. This is when things really kick into high gear. Marvel Productions partnered with Sunbow Productions to develop the Mass device, a 5-part animated miniseries that brings the Adventures of G.I. Joe to televisions across the country. Okay, so it was basically 5 episodes. That's how it started off, and it was just like the Transformers. The cartoon was a giant TV commercial for this toy. G.I. Joe Cobra Strike for the Atari. Oh, I didn't realize G.I. Joe had an Atari game. No idea. Here we go. 1984. So growing up, between my brother and I was a huge fan of Snake Eyes, and my brother was a fan of Storm Shadows, which says so much about my brother and I growing up. But he was a Storm Shadow he was a Storm Shadow guy. I was a Snake Eyes guy. The Ashkagi tattoo worn by Snake Eyes is revealed for the first time in G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, comic number 21. So that tattoo, those red lines, if you head over to Instagram, the Instagram story for Neutral Robot, and for me, Real M. Francis, you will see I have that tattoo is up on there as a little sticker with the Snake Eyes head. So the Ashkagi, I can't say it now, Ashkagi tattoo. If you haven't seen the new G.I. Joe movie, Snake Eyes, I liked it. It has issues, but go watch it. It goes into that whole family of Storm Shadow. 1985, Sunbow Productions and Marvel Productions launched the first of 2 full seasons of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero cartoons. Oh gosh, this is what I was waiting for. Okay, so G.I. Joe is with a bunch of guys with guns and all this crazy stuff. Nobody ever really gets injured. No one ever really truly gets shot or something like that. There's none of that. You think it would be a really violent show, and it kind of was. But nobody ever really got shot. In 1987, Sunbow and Marvel released G.I. Joe the Movie, a feature-length animated film that explores the origins of Cobra Commander and the mysterious land of Cobra La. I'm not joking with that Cobra La thing. I don't know what it was with Marvel at the time, or Hasbro, or whoever, but 1986, Transformers comes out, kills a bunch of characters to bring out new ones. 1987, G.I. Joe comes out, doesn't kill, but really badly maims Duke with like a snake spear or something weird. It was very bloody, very graphic. I thought Transformers was enough to scar me, Transformers the movie, but G.I. Joe the movie, that was a bit much. You also find out that Cobra La, which is these weird snake-like people, and Cobra Commander, was that one of them too? I don't know. They weren't aliens. They were just like these weird hive-like creatures. Yeah, anyways, Cobra La. Yeah, anyways, 1989, basically, the company DIC, I guess it's Deke. Yeah, anyways, we'll make jokes about that later. They also did the Real Ghostbusters cartoon. Takes over animation duties on G.I. Joe and relaunches the show with a new direction. At this point, I don't think I was watching G.I. Joe anymore. I'm not really going to get any more into that because I'm focusing just on the 80s. Right, it made no sense. It was so weird. That G.I. Joe movie was really strange. And then Serpentor, which was a pretty cool character, was created by Cobra Law and Cobra, and he became the leader, and he would be like, his like war cry was like, Cobra, la 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 la. Like, it was weird. It was so weird. It made no sense. Anyway, 1994 celebrated the 30th anniversary of G.I. Joe, and hold on real quick. Really? So when there's no way. So this is 1918. Oh, 2007. Oh, okay. This was the 20th anniversary of the toy line, not G.I. Joe itself. Okay, I got a little confused because I'm like, 94. There's no way I bought this. And yeah, forget it. Anyways, so that's from 2007. Most of the stuff after this, like I said, I'm not really gonna get too into. I'm not gonna talk about the G.I. Joe movies. Yeah, 2007, the milestone of 25th anniversary. I'm not going to talk too much about the movies. If you saw the first two movies, they were really weird. The live action movies. He was made with DNA from history's dictators. Wait, that's right. We're talking about Serpentor. Hatter just brought this up. Serpentor, the guy that made And Violent Leaders. Hitler wasn't one of them, was it? There's no way they would have done that, right? I thought I remember Stalin. That's right, the DNA from history. Wow, dictators. It's so messed up. Anyway, sorry, that just derailed my... The live action movies were not very good. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was he Cobra Commander? He was Cobra Commander, but he looked really weird. Like, I don't know what it is, why they went the different route. And then the Ninth Doctor from Doctor Who was Destro, I think. Yeah, the Ninth Doctor from... I don't know why I'm forgetting his real name, but the Ninth Doctor from Doctor Who was Destro. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I apologize. And then, yeah, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was Cobra Commander. And, like, Duke was Channing Tatum? Yeah. Anyways, they weren't that great. They made one, and then they made another one with The Rock. Then, a couple years back, they made G.I. Joe Snake Eyes movie, which I didn't hate. I saw it a lot of times. I saw it like 30 times. I did do quality control on it. And I saw it a lot. But I don't hate it. I liked it. It was fun. Christopher Eccleston. Thank you, Hatter. I can only remember him as the Ninth Doctor. I can't believe I couldn't remember his name. Yeah, so G.I. Joe, the movie. But yeah, go watch Snake Eyes. It's fun. It's fun. It's worth the sit. Woo! So that was kind of a rundown of G.I. Joe. There was some new information that was in the other episodes. So I'm going to open this up here. I'm real excited about this because, like I said, it's supposed to be... I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the original sculpt from like the 80s. I'm seeing if there's anything on the back talking about it. But no, there is nothing. So let's go ahead and open this up. Here, let's get to the unboxing cam. Yeah, here's my little story of. Okay, here's these other figures there. I just wanted to show you. So let's open this up. They've been doing a lot more of these retro collection figures again. There's been a lot of new G.I. Joe stuff coming out. The Hiss tank, the Cobra tank, was re-released. I'm curious to see. I'm curious how well these have done. This is a real interesting packaging on this. I'm curious to see if anybody's buying a lot of these things. I got this from Hasbro's website. Hasbro Pulse, I think is what it is. I got this. They have all the other figures as well. But I picked this one up there. I think this was $40. $40 for two figures is not the greatest price. Considering back in the day, I think it was like $4. for a G.I. Joe figure. But it is what it is. I did want, like I said, these are my favorite characters. They have meaning to me, I guess you can say. Okay, so I'm assuming that once the tape is off, does this come off? How does this come out of here? This is crazy. Oh, yeah, here we... I'm not sure what's in this. Let's open it. Let's open this first and find out. What is this? How does this open? Oh, it's open from here. Okay. I'm wondering, maybe this is weapons, I guess? I'm not sure what the packaging of this looks like inside, so I'm super curious. There's so much tape on this. I won't ever open these, just because I guess the collector's value of them. I won't ever really open these up. I'm just doing these. I'm just doing this more for the show, but hold on. Why won't this come off here? So they did sell these separately, part of that retro collection, but I think those were sold out. That's maybe why I was able to get this. What is this? Okay, it's either meth or figures. I can't believe I said meth. Anyways, sorry. It just cracked me up. Don't you ever, like, didn't this seem like something to be in Breaking Bad? Okay, so here we go. This is, oh, yeah, okay. It is weapons. So looks like we got a backpack here. An Uzi machine gun. Nobody, unless you watch 80s movies, has ever probably seen an Uzi machine gun, but in the 80s, for some reason, that was the coolest thing. When it came to action movies, got a sword here. Another type of Uzi, I guess. I don't know. And a stand. So I'm assuming that's Snake Eyes. I'm hoping Storm Shadow has like a bow and arrow and stuff. That was what was cool about Storm Shadow. What in the world? It is weird that I'm looking inside and I see they're packaged up. So what is this? Is this like an extra? Like, are there extra? Okay, so over here, another stand and nunchucks. I don't remember them using nunchucks, but sure, fine, why not? And there's a little piece of paper here, probably a warning about choking hazards. Warning, choking hazards, small parts, not for children under 3. Okay, well, I'm good. It didn't say mentally under 3. Okay, so there's that. So there's those weapons here. Oh, so these are... Okay, oh! Okay, cool, so they are in their original packaging. Oh, well, now this is kind of cool. Okay, so... but they look so delicious. Hatter, I'll save you a nunchuck. These look cooler than I thought they were going to be. I kind of feel bad about opening them now. So, here, you know what? Let's switch back over to this cam. So here is Snake Eyes. Sorry, Storm Shadow. This is very much the packaging that they were sold in. I love, don't open it, don't. Here they have, this is kind of like his little classified card about Storm Shadow. I'll read some of that. Role, Cobra Ninja. Primary specialty, Assassin. Secondary specialty, Intelligence. Birthplace, Classified. Well, we know he's part of the Ashkenagi clan. Well, can scale sheer walls with bare hands and feet and move with blinding speed. Okay, so what's new here is normally the whole card would be all the information and stuff like that, but now it's got it in from different countries. On the back, you'll see there's Snake Eyes, Storm Shadow. These are like Cobra Soldiers, Duke, and Cobra Commander. These are super pretty. Dang, I didn't... So these are just extra weapons that I don't think were there. Here is Snake Eyes. So if you look at Snake Eyes, this is what he looked like in the early 80s. He's not the cool guy that you see now. This is kind of what Snake Eyes look like. Very kind of Mad Max-ish, I guess. Let's see what he says. Role, Commando. Primary specialty. I keep wanting to say speciality. Sith Lords are my... Well, whatever. Anyways. Specialty, infantry. Second specialty, combat instructor. Birthplace, classified. Proficient in 12 unarmed fighting systems. Fighting systems? Wouldn't it be styles? Jungle, desert, and Arctic survival. Oh, maybe it's like more of a ski mask kind of thing. Snake Eyes is an interesting character. In the comic, I think it was G.I. Joe number 9. You got a little more about him. He couldn't talk in the cartoon or in the comic, and what happened is that at some point during Vietnam, during one of the wars, he got hit in the face with a helicopter blade, but he can't do tongue twisters. Snake Eyes got hit in the face with a helicopter blade. So you never actually got to see him with no, you kind of did. I think he was like some blonde-haired guy in the comic, at least. I'm trying to remember if you never saw his face. You kind of saw it in shadows, and there was a bit of a scar, but I don't think you ever actually saw his face. This is such a trip, the way they did it. Hold on. I want to look up something real quick. Where's my phone? I want to look this up because I'm curious to see how much the packaging changed. Let's see. Snake Eyes. Oops, not Snakes on a Plane. That's a whole other show. Snake Eyes figure 1984, 1980. Okay, Snake Eyes figure 1980s. Let me just see. I'm just real curious to see. So Super 7, if you don't know, Super 7 is another company, and they do like the real action figures. They're like the vintage style figures. They did like all the horror stuff, and they're the ones that did my if you saw the episode, my fallen leader Optimus Prime. They also have their version of Snake Eyes. Hold on real quick. That's the 25th. I'm trying to find the original. Whoa. Okay, so it's slightly different. But it is straight up. So that's the original Snake Eyes figure, and that's this one. And now there's this one. So there's some small little differences of this, but they look exactly the same. How old were you and Hatter when you stopped playing with G.I. Joes? When was it not as cool to watch? G.I. Joe's Daddy Love has always been cool. But what happened with my G.I. Joes, the reason why I stopped playing with them is because I blew up a lot of them. Hatter was there. We stuck rocket engines onto them, like from model rocket engines, and we'd launch them. I remember the Crimson Soldier, which was like a red Cobra. We stuck, and he fired off and landed on my roof, blew him up. A version of Cobra Commander that I had ended up fighting against the Predators from the Predator movies. So a lot of my toys got destroyed. Yeah, it was an interesting time. If you watch the Transformers, Recovering Collector episodes, I brought up how when I watched Optimus Prime die on the show, I destroyed my toy and made like a little coffin for him to go with it. Childhood was weird. So it wasn't that G.I. Joe stopped being cool. We started taking them apart and building new creation. That's true. So on the back of these, there was a little screw that you could undo and start. Yeah, that's right. They got refurbished. They weren't all just blown up. Yeah, it didn't. I think Hatter. Somebody called me Sid from Toy Story, and that's just not true. I wasn't doing it to be mean to my toys. I would just watch movies and stuff like that and try and reenact that stuff with my toys. So that's what kind of happened to them. I want to say after 6th grade, maybe. Yeah, whenever the toys stopped coming out, because they did just stop for a while. I feel like 89 or 90, the toys really, they didn't come out as much, and so that's kind of when they went away. But they never were not cool. But yeah, that's kind of what happened to them. I'm so torn about opening these. I didn't expect them to be in these really cool packages. But I really wanted to check these out and see how close they were to the actual toys themselves. I mean, I'm looking at them and they look really good. I mean, it looks like could be from the... Don't know. Guys, it's the show, though. I'm supposed to be doing unboxings. Hatter saying don't. I'm supposed to be doing unboxings. I'm supposed to open this stuff. Man, oh man, I don't know what to do now. I was going to show you the O-ring. Oh my god. Man, it doesn't get any more 80s than this. I mean, it's exactly yeah, I did. I unboxed. I brought them out of this. I mean, it is exactly how they looked in the 80s. Like, it is so crazy. Like, these retro things are cool. But like the retro figures, like the He-Man retro figures, they added better articulation and some more detail to them. Like, if you just look at this Storm Shadow, I mean, he's got so much extra detail and stuff going on. So it's crazy to see these just so perfectly in 1980s. The only thing different is the top part about the choking hazard that's been added to the top of this. And I don't think at the time, choking hazard were on there. Let me find out. Hold on. I want to just find out when it was that choking hazards were added. Okay, when was choking hazards hazards added to toys? Let's just look that up. I'm curious. Oh, wow. So it looks like in 1992, following years of unsuccessful pressure on the CPSC, I don't know that, in Congress, to add warning labels to toys for older children that contain small parts, choking hazard banned children banned children under 3 years old. So basically it was 1982. So yeah, it wasn't on these figures. So that is so crazy. Huh. Oh, small parts for toys. What is this CPSC? Hold on, here it is. Hold on. Oh, Consumer Product Safety Commission. That's what the CPSC is. I was like, who's that? So wow, that is apparently. So what's interesting about this is that in the 80s, when they released Boba Fett was originally supposed to have rocket fire out of his back, and you sent away to get this Boba Fett, expecting to get back a rocket firing Boba Fett, but when you got it, the rocket was now no longer spring loaded. It was just stuck into the back of Boba Fett, and it couldn't fire out because I don't know if it was a choking hazard or it would hit kids in the eye. Something happened. This is like 82 or something like that, or even before that. So there clearly were certain restrictions about how dangerous the toy could be. But yeah, so that's what happened. It's funny. 2015, when Star Wars brought out their vintage collection, you were able to send away for a 1980s style Boba Fett that actually had a real firing rocket. I know I have it. I feel like I have them close by, and you can actually see the rocket that fires out. You know what? It's fine. I'm not going to look for that now. But so that's interesting. So Choking Hazard thing came out in like 1992. I didn't know that. I had no idea. God, I'm so torn. I know you guys keep saying not to, but I feel like I should just tear into these. That's why I bought them. He's got all these little arrows. It's so funny. The sculpt on his face for Storm Shadow. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's literally just 2 black dots and a little line over the top for the eyes. I love still saying no. Wow. So, I don't know what to do. Should I open one of these? No, I'm not going to open one of these. Maybe, should I open up Zartan and like try his faces? So what was cool about Zartan, I'm just going to show this now, is Zartan was like a master of disguise. And so he would always, his toy, well, one thing, this one doesn't do it. His toy used to turn green in the sunlight. He had some tied up a weird skin thing. And so he would turn green in the sunlight, the toy. That picture looks like the Winter Soldier. Totally die love. So he came with different faces. But I don't remember, these are different faces. He comes with a Storm Shadow face. I think that's Dr. Mindbender's face. It's a guy with a goatee. I think that was Dr. Mindbender. And then he's got Duke's face. So he would have all these different faces that he could change in and out of. And he came with like a briefcase to have it. Jeez Louise, this is tough. Man. Oh, it's weird when you get older. Like when you're a kid, you don't have any of these reservations about tearing open something. These look cool. Boy, oh boy. I remember the beard face and the briefcase. Yeah, okay, so the beard face and the briefcase. I think that was one of the things that was the original. I don't remember Storm Shadow or Duke being part of it. Why did Zartan, was it something about sunlight? Anyways, the toy was really cool. It used to actually really, I don't know if you can see this, but man, the abs, sorry, I got the light shining right onto it. The abs on this guy is insane. Like whoever sculpted this had fun. Those are some serious abs, man. So I just got these little weapons laying around, and I gosh. Oh boy. I didn't know. So when I ordered these from Hasbro, I didn't know that they did this. I just knew it was in some type of box like this. And when I saw the weapons and the thing separate, I thought it was going to be like a, you know. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. I don't remember. G.I. Joe, everybody had guns. You know, during the 80s was very much, kids had squirt guns that looked like real guns. Everything was as realistic as possible. I don't remember if G.I. Joe ever got in trouble for all the guns and stuff like that. Maybe eventually, but not during the 80s. I don't think there was any issues during the 80s. But yeah, I don't think... Yeah, but they always had like crazy guns. Like everything, it was like M16s and all stuff like that. I think eventually the guns started to look more science fiction-like. Science fiction, did I say? Yes, like science fiction-like. Like even Cobra Commander, like whatever gun that's supposed to be, Cobra Commander's holding it. Honestly, it looks like it would be a hairdryer or a heat gun more than anything. But G.I. Joes were really cool. What I really liked about G.I. Joes is, like, besides the figure, you always got no one learned to aim from G.I. Joe. No one learned to aim from the Stormtroopers either. Unless you watch the video. I might put it in the link if I do the YouTube. Oh my God, I just blanked on the name of the YouTube channel. They basically went back and made the Stormtroopers more accurate shots. I can't believe I can't. Corridor Crew. The Corridor Crew. I apologize. The Corridor Crew. They always do these fun things, and they basically made it from Star Wars that they somehow tied it into like The Corridor Crew. Thank you, Hatter. They somehow tied it in to like the stormtroopers had terrible health insurance and no dental or eye plans, and Darth Vader basically got them together and got them a better health plan and stuff like that, so they were able better shots. And honestly, though, they killed Luke, Leia. Oh, it was a mess, and it was gross. It was super gross. But yeah, they like shot everybody, gave them laser eye surgery. That's what it was. It is a mess. It is so crazy. Oh my gosh. Here, I'm going to read some more stuff. If I'm not going to open these, I'm going to read some more G.I. Joe stuff. There's got to be something else in here. I feel bad. I feel like I should have opened these things. Let's see what happened here. In 1995, Hasbro releases the Classic Collection, a series of 12-inch figures representing soldiers from around the world. G.I. Joe Extreme, I remember this. This is when they got funky. A new line of 5-inch action figures and vehicles is produced by Kenner after the company is acquired by Hasbro. The line is accompanied by an animated series by Sunbow that runs for 2 seasons, and Dark Horse did the comic book. Worst G.I. Joe figure. Yeah, I'm going to say they were. Yikes. G.I. Joe Extreme. Here we go. With the success of the 12-inch Hall of Fame and Classic Collection lines, Hasbro launches a series of 1960s reproductions they call Timeless Collection. So they even brought those out again. There was a new comic book in 2001. Oh, a new line in 2002. Newly designed 3.75-inch. Oh, they went back to the smaller ones. Off of a new TV show, which I don't think I saw. I mean in general, like Snow Job. Yeah, that's right. I just remember, no, that was a joke from Transformers when someone got hit in the face with a snowball and it's like, hey, that's Snow Fair. Sorry, I just remembered that. The worst G.I. Joe figure. There was a cool run. Do you remember Falcon? He was like Native American. He had those cool wings. Like, so what I was trying to say before was just like G.I. Joe, the accessories for G.I. Joe was so cool. Some of them came with dogs. Like here, like the Snake Eyes, he ended up coming with a wolf. I think his name was Timber. Is that his name? I don't know. It doesn't say. I think his name was Saber. But they would all have these really cool accessories. I'm trying to think the worst G.I. Joe figure. I feel it would have to be someone from Cobra. Okay, Zartan had 2 cousins or brothers and sisters. They were kind of punk rockish. Like, I feel like Zartan's crew, I think, were pretty silly. But there wasn't anything like, there wasn't like a commissary Cobra guy who like had like trays of cold food. No, I'm trying to think what was the worst. I wish I had the whole list, because if you look on the back, there are some people on the not on this one. Hold on. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch on the back of this one. The Dreadnoughts. Yes, thank you, Hatter. The Dreadnoughts. They were like the Misfits. If you ever watched Gem and the Holograms, the Misfits, they were like the more violent crew of the Misfits. Chainsaw rifles. Yep, there you go. So I think the Dreadnoughts were kind of, a bit of a stretch. Shipwreck was weird. Gem. Yes, Gem. See, you're welcome, Dahlia Love. Yeah, the Dreadnoughts were the more violent version of the Misfits. But Shipwreck was weird. Shipwreck was a guy who was like a sailor, and he had a little parrot on him, and he had a little sailor hat. Yeah, he was interesting. Who else is on here? Cobra Red Ninja. There's Serpentor. Oh my God. I would love to get another Serpentor figure. Serpentor was so cool because when you bought Serpentor, he came with his little flying sled thing, which was like a weird snake head. Destro got weird. They gave him like a gold head and a cape, and he became really weird. Sergeant Slaughter. Okay. Here we go. Sergeant Slaughter was a wrestler. Oh my God. Refrigerator Perry. there was a G.I. Joe guy of Refrigerator Perry. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm starting to remember this now. Sergeant Slaughter was part of the WWF before it became the WWE, and he was a wrestler, and he ended up in G.I. Joe. He even voiced the character. He was very weird. And he was like buff, but like overweight kind of buff. Does that make sense? I don't know how to say it. Anyway, Sergeant Slaughter. I apologize, Sergeant Slaughter, if you're listening or watching this. Did he die? He might be dead. I was going to say that sounds like a WWF character. Yes, he was. And you know what? WWF, why it became the WWE instead of WWF, is because the World Wildlife Federation was the WWF, and there was a huge lawsuit, and WWF Wrestling lost. But there was the Refrigerator Perry, who was a football player, and he became a G.I. Joe figure. So Sergeant Slaughter and Refrigerator Perry, I'm going to say those were the weirdest, strangest G.I. Joe figures. Yeah, those were pretty awful. They were pretty bad. Wow, who else is in the back of here? Wow, there was one guy called Sergeant Stalker. He's wearing camouflage, and I get it. Stalking the enemy, maybe. Here to support. Hey, hey, Joe, welcome. I'm not done. I'm at an impasse here because I opened the box. It started with this. Type of a box, and I didn't realize there was going to be these very pretty 1980s vintage style figures inside. I knew the toys were going to be 1980s, but I didn't know they were going to give me the packages, so I didn't open them, and I failed the show. So now we're just talking mindlessly about G.I. Joe stuff. And I failed as the recovering collector because I didn't open them. This is a show about unboxing. I feel like I didn't open something before too because I was like, this was so cool. I don't remember. But yeah, there's a guy called Sergeant Stalker. That's clearly an issue. The Crimson Twins, they were so weird. That's right. They were literally twins in the worst outfits ever, and they would like talk at the same time. And if one got hurt, the other one got hurt also. My gosh, the Crimson Twins. That was so weird. Who else? Yeah, Snowjob was weird. He was basically a soldier that always wore a snowsuit. Like whenever you saw him, even if they were in a desert, if Snowjob was in the cartoon, he came with skis. Like what was cool about Snowjob is he came with skis and all this other fun stuff. I'm trying to remember. Roadblock was cool. Gung Ho. There was a guy named Gung Ho who I just don't understand. And he had that weird tattoo on his chest. There was some really weird. I know there's so many more. There's got to be a list. I should have had a list of other. Here, let's see what's on. See, this just has the old original ones. Wasn't that a Michael Keaton movie? The Crimson Twins? Oh, Gung Ho! Yes! Gung Ho was a movie about Michael Keaton who gets moved to Japan. His automobile company the company he works for, the factory gets moved to Japan and he goes to Japan. I forgot about that. But yes, yeah, it's not a Michael Keaton character in G.I. Joe, but that was him. No, these are all just really cool. Oh, Cobra Bat. Remember that? He's right here. He was a robot. He was so cool. So Cobra Bat had like a ventricular. Do you know what a ventricular poster is or picture? It's basically, if you look in different ways, it moves. He had a ventricular thing on his chest to look like inside workings. He also came with like different hands and stuff. Cobra Bat, he was really cool. I always liked him. He was a fun toy. I don't think I ever destroyed him, thank goodness. But I should have had a list of all the different figures because, I wasn't planning on opening the figures I was opening. I mean, I got partway. Doesn't count, but I got partway. God, I'm trying to remember the other figures. There were some weird ones. Where's my phone? I'm going to look it up real quick. Doing it live here. I'm going on Google. G.I. Joe vintage figures? Sure. Okay, let's see what I can see here. Oh my gosh. Missile Specialist. I don't remember who he was. I thought he was called something else. These are weird. These aren't like actually the real name. These are just what they do. Hold on. That's not right. That's not going to work. Did you see the Community G.I. Joe episode? I did not. No, you know what, Hatter? I've actually never watched Community before. Send all your comments to @NewToyRobot on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, I've never watched it. I apologize. I don't know why. I need a list. G.I. Joe figure. Hold on. Oop. G.I. Joe figures 1980. Let's try that. 1980s. Nope, not 1989. I'm thinking of 1989 Batman now. Here we go. Let's just see if there's a list. Is there a list? Come on. There's got to be something. Oh, here's something called yojoe.com. Whoa. Okay. Dude, I wonder if they can... Wait, there's my G.I. Joe figure. Remember I told you about the guy with the... Wait a minute. Well, this is the guy with the blonde hair that I told you about, my first G.I. Joe guy. That's him. But, yeah, he's got like an ammo belt on him. Maybe, oh, you know what? I think I'm getting... No, that's Breaker. Whoa. This site, this yojoe.com, really... Oh, it wasn't a bazooka. Oh, his name was Rock and Roll, and he had a really big gun. Was there a guy that came with a bazooka? I thought there was a guy that came with a bazooka. Bazooka. What a weird new name, bazooka. Like, who came up with that? Bazooka. Grunt. Okay, no. Where? I feel like he's going to be in here. What is this? Oh, wait, that's Breaker. That's not right. He was like the communications guy. Where is... Okay, maybe it's this guy. This guy has a mortar. Short fuse. I thought there was a guy with a bazooka. Bazooka. It just sounds funny. Short fuse. Okay, hold on. Let me get into like 1984. Here, let's try 1983. Oh, yeah, here we go. Now we're expanding. Now, oh, there was that cool guy with the Cobra Torpedo. Remember Torpedo? Torpedo was like he had a wetsuit and like had flippers to swim. He was awesome. He was pretty cool. Like I said, they had really good accessories. Oh, there was that weird astronaut guy. That was odd. I'm trying to find the weirdest ones, and I think maybe they're not. Let me try. 1984 sounds like a pretty weird time. Let's check that out. Whoa. Okay, no, not so weird. There's Zartan. Oh, yeah, and then Cobra Commander at one point had, like, literally a bag over his head. Like, that was just odd. Let's see if I can make this bigger so you can see him. So, yeah, this was Cobra Commander. He had, like, this weird little hood. It was kind of freaky. No, these are... Ooh, who's he? Copperhead. This is just like if you were fighting a war or some type of thing, and if this guy showed up, what would you laugh? Would you just laugh and like, I mean, seriously, water moccasin pilot. Oh, that's right. Okay, but still, like that. That's a choice. Hold on. Okay, 1984 wasn't as weird. Maybe 1985. Hold on. Oh, there was one guy named Barbecue. I remember that. Here, spoiler, he had like he had a little flamethrower. Yeah, and there's nobody. Here's one of, I almost called them the Thompson twins. Here's one of the Crimson twins. Let me get it really big. He was sillier in the cartoon, but look, I mean, it doesn't get any more 80s than that. He's one of the Crimson twins. That was weird. Where is... Yeah, these don't seem too bad. Oh, here's the sailor I was telling you about. Got to show you him. His name was Shipwreck. He liked long walks on the beach and birds that weren't afraid to cry. There we go. Ain't that big enough? That's Shipwreck. Okay, so these all seem pretty normal. Where's those other guys? Where's the misfits of the G.I. Joes? Oh, baby, here they are. Okay, I'm going to make these really big. But get a load of that. Okay, I don't know if they're like they're Zartan's cousins or something like that. Hold the phone. Let me click on this. Xandar, Zartan's brother. So Xandar was Zartan's brother, and then was she Zarana, Zartan's sister. Okay, so that's Zartan and Zarana. They were so crazy. They were like the misfits. Where's the rest of the crew? Where's the rest of them? Hold on. No, they must have. When did they come out then? 1987? Jumping to 1987. Where are the dreadnoughts? Oh, that guy's just purple. Oh, yeah, this is what ended up happening to Cobra Commander. I have no idea why. Oh, this was his battle armor. This is the one that I made. He ended up having an exploding chest from Predator. That's what happened to that one. What? I don't see. Where are the dreadnoughts? Vehicle drivers. Wait, where's Sergeant Slaughter? Hold on. Sergeant Slaughter's Renegades. Where's Sergeant Slaughter? Hold on, I gotta go back and find Sergeant Slaughter. I must have missed him. Because you have to see. Okay. So clearly that guy was not the little goatee thing that came with Zartan. Okay, this troublesome man is Dr. Mindbender. He had no shirt, wore a cape. Look at that mustache. I am going to go as him for Halloween. I'm already bald. I just need to get that stash really going. I'm going to be Dr. Mindbender for Halloween. So get ready, everybody. It's going to be a very special New Toy Robot Halloween episode. Where is Sergeant Slaughter? Oh, bingo. Here he is. I need to find Refrigerator Perry too. Like, look at this. Look at this right here. Does everyone remember him now? That's Sergeant Slaughter. And honestly, he just yelled at people. I don't even think he ever participated in battles. He just yelled at people. That is Sergeant Slaughter. So where is Refrigerator Perry? I'm sure. I know he was a real character. I'm sure he was. That's so crazy. Part of the Village People. He should only be so lucky. Going to 1988. I'm jumping to 1988. Hold on real quick. Honestly, the figures just start to look boring at this point. Oh, wait. Hold on. Tiger Force. That's Bazooka. Oh, that was the guy's name. Bazooka. Oh, hold on. Bazooka. I can't stop saying that name. Where is... Yeah, at this point, they just start looking really... What the heck? Road Pig. I remember him. Look at this. Could you imagine you're like, hey, kids, I'm going to buy you this. This is Road Pig. I don't know if you can see that, but he's got the little anarchy symbol on his arm. This is just some bare-chested road warrior type guy named Road Pig. Oh, my God. I would have loved to have been in the meeting when you came up with that one. I'm going to jump ahead just one more. I'm going to go to 1989 because I think that was when the figures actually finally ended. Yeah, they just look boring. You know, there was nothing really exciting about it. I swear there was a Refrigerator Perry. Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. I apologize for this is how the show went, everybody. I apologize. Thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. G.I. Joe Refrigerator Perry. Okay, hold on. Oh my God, this is him. Okay. So this is him. He was actually a football player. If you look at his weapon, it's like a staff with a metal football at the end of it. This was Refrigerator Perry. I don't know how he became a G.I. Joe figure, but I don't know how Sergeant Slaughter became one either. Like, that's just crazy. Like, I don't understand how any of that happened. But it did. I'm shocked. Okay, so I apologize for everybody for today's show. I know I was supposed to really unbox these things, but they're too pretty. They're honestly too pretty. I'm never going to have, like, honestly, one of these. Here, one last thing. I'm going to look up a vintage Snake Eyes carded on eBay, and I'm just going to tell you how much that costs. Like, it's insane how much these things are going for. Snake Eyes. Is that one word? Of course it is. Nope, 2 words. Snake Eyes, 1982. Let's see. Carded. I'm going to say carded because that means he's still on the card. Oops, something went wrong. What do you mean something went wrong? Search. Okay, did not like that. Okay, so I'm sorry. Maybe it wasn't 1982. 84? Let's see. Why is this not working? That's weird. eBay's fighting with me. Vintage. Here, let's just do vintage Snake Eyes. Okay, eBay does not like me today. It's not working. That is really weird. Here, I'm just going to say G.I. Joe 1980. Oops, not 1880s. Haha. No. Search. Okay, so anyways, this is junk. It's not working. They go for a lot. I mean, we're talking like thousands of dollars for them on the card. So I'll probably never get one of these, like a vintage one, an original one. So I kind of like having that. So I'm not going to open that. I apologize for that. I'm so sorry. Please follow New Toy Robot on Twitch. If you're watching this right now and you haven't started following New Toy Robot, please follow. We want to be an affiliate. I still don't know what that means, but it sounds like a cool t-shirt. So follow New Toy Robot on Twitch. These are all live. They're not so live over on New Toy Robot's YouTube channel. Go subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll get alerts on all the new episodes, all the new videos that get uploaded. I'm going to try and fix those R2-D2 Lego ones, but like I said, that's a cursed Lego set because of all the weird issues I had, even though he's right there behind me, looking at me, mocking me. Follow New Toy Robot on Instagram and Twitter at New Toy Robot. We will be back on Wednesday. Thank you, everyone, for today. This has been The Recovering Collector. You know what? It doesn't say in the title that I completely unbox things. So I did part of the way. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Happy Monday. Nope. Happy Wednesday. Yes, happy Wednesday. I'm Michael Jason Francis. I'll see everybody next time.